Have you ever wanted to grab your old best friend, jump in a bitchin' 1979 Trans Am, and take off across country blazing a trail of awesomeness to go get an abortion? Well, that kind of sucks all the fun out of it. Unpregnant is brought to us by director Rachel Lee Goldenberg and stars Haley Lou Richardson and Barbie Fiera as Veronica and Bailey, two 17-year-old high school girls who used to be best friends but in recent years have drifted apart. And while Bailey remained the nerdy outcast, Veronica grew into the popular socialite. When Veronica discovers that she's pregnant, afraid of what it will do to her social status and the fact that her mother would kill her, she decides to have an abortion. Unfortunately for her, in the state that she lives in, Missouri, you apparently can't get an abortion without parental consent. And she discovers that the closest place to get an abortion without parental consent is New Mexico. With no way to get there and no one to trust, she turns to her old best friend Bailey, begging her to take her cross country to New Mexico so that she can get this procedure as a last resort. Bailey eventually agrees and they hop in her 1979 Trans Am and take off across the country to get Victoria her abortion. All along the way, running into a very diverse and at times very odd group of characters while embarking on a coming-of-age journey of self-discovery. Unpregnant is based on a book that came out just a few years ago by Jenny Hendricks. I myself am not familiar with the book. I know nothing about it. So I'm going into this film looking at it as just that, the film itself and nothing else. At its heart, the story is a comedy drama road trip movie with a dash of coming of age. It does actually deal with some pretty serious subjects at times, but it always manages to keep the tone light and fun. Though even though it does keep that tone fairly light for the most part, it never does trivialize those serious subjects. Now, while the story is light and fun, it is a bit conventional at times. However, the snappy dialogue, out of left field odd moments, and great performances keep it feeling fresh. Now, the story does take some risks, most notably towards the end. But as I said, as a whole, it is still conventional. But conventional or not, it is still very fun and enjoyable overall. And in the end, it does leave you feeling pretty damn good. A movie like this rides on the performances and they do not disappoint here. Most notably, Haley Lou Richardson and Barbie Fiera do a fantastic job here, and they have absolutely wonderful chemistry. Watching these two rekindle their years past friendship was very believable and a joy to watch. And while both display comedic talent here, Fiera was absolutely the standout here. Most of the funniest parts of the movie can totally be attributed to her great comedic timing. Everybody else does a fantastic job here as well, with some faces that I haven't seen in quite a while. But one of the standouts over everybody would definitely be the always amazing Giancarlo Esposito, who as usual here is wonderful, though in a very limited role. And though this role is limited, he absolutely makes an impression and makes it very memorable. Overall, performances here though are great. Guys, this was an entertaining little movie that I wasn't expecting to have as much fun with that I did. It's got an entertaining story that, while it does deal with some important issues, has a light and fun tone. There are some genuinely funny as hell moments and some great performances all around. The story is a bit conventional and there's not a whole lot of surprises here, but it does leave you feeling really damn good, and overall it's just a really good time, and because of that, Unpregnant is absolutely worth checking out on streaming.
Across the street.
This was really just a pretty feel-good movie. I had a good time with it, and if you're looking for something kinda light but entertaining for the night, check out Unpregnant. You'll have a good time with it. So there it is, guys, my review of Unpregnant. If you enjoyed and want more content like this, hit that subscribe button and help my little channel grow. If you liked what I had to say, give me a like. If not, let me know in the comments below why. And as always, stay sexy, Bransford.
Grab on! Hold tight! Jump on three! Trains go fast.
This movie had a pretty quirky sensibility as it was going on, and yes, it did have some kind of out of left field, out there odd moments here or there, but it was more or less coloring within the lines. But then, a little bit closer to the end, suddenly our characters open a door and are greeted with Giancarlo Esposito. And it was at this point that I thought to myself, oh shit, okay, shit has got real now. They done brought fucking Gus in. Cause let's be real, anytime this motherfucker shows up on screen anywhere, you know shit's gonna get real. He is never in just like a real low-key cool role. Hell no, anytime this guy shows up on any screen, you know shit's about to get real. I was genuinely in fear of these two girls when they were in the presence of fucking Gus. I don't care what anybody says, he will always be Gus to me. And damn it, man, he would have made a great Two-Face. We even got a fucking preview of it at one point.